People here, they still accept me because they take me as a member of the Ummah just because we share the same faith. No matter I go to the masjid in the downtown or the village masjid, the prayer room, they are a bit curious because once they see my face, it's not like one of them. But I didn't feel any discrimination. It is their warm greetings and they inquire me about my story, and I feel this is in Islam. We value this kind of brotherhood and we accept each other since we follow the teaching of the same prophet.
Assalamualaikum, Elsa di sini. Hai guys, hai semua, halo tetangga, gimana kabar teman-teman semua? Semoga sehat selalu, semoga bahagia selalu, dan semoga hari teman-teman semua selalu good day. Selamat datang di channel YouTube Elsa Widianti Putri. Oke, hari ini kita akan mendengarkan sebuah pengalaman spiritual pelajar PhD menemukan Islam setelah dia belajar di negara Muslim, Malaysia. Apakah dia seorang mu'alaf? Nanti kita lihat video sama-sama seperti apa. Tapi sebelum dimulai video reaksinya, seperti biasa aku mau ngajakin teman-teman semua dulu untuk subscribe channel ini dan aktifkan lonceng notifikasinya supaya tidak ketinggalan updatean terbaru dari channel ini. Dan bagi teman-teman yang mau request, bisa banget DM di Instagram aku di @elsawidiantiputri. Yaudah, tanpa berlama-lama, tanpa membuang masa, jumlah kita mulai video reaksinya. Are you ready? Let's go.
The moment they know you are a revert, immediately they look at you in a different way. First thing is that this guy must be brainwashed. This guy betrayed his ancestors.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Brother, please introduce yourself.
Alright, I'm Mikhail. I'm an international student studying in UPM. This is my last year of my PhD program. Actually, the first time I came to Malaysia, that is in 2014, till now almost 10 years.
2014.
You converted to Islam.
Yes.
Sekarang
Actually, I arrived
2024, 10 tahun.
The first time was in August 2014 and I reverted October 2014.
Dia hanya memerlukan waktu 2 bulan untuk masuk agama Islam. Betapa lingkungan baik itu akan mempengaruhi sikap atau kehidupan orang menjadi lebih baik juga itu guys. Penasaran nih bagaimana ceritanya gitu kan?
How exactly do you become interested to become a Muslim?
First, in Malaysia, vast majority of people here are Muslims. So every day you have such a huge group of people with different beliefs, and you live with them and you will observe how's their life and what they are doing every day. I'm a bit curious about it. And then from the people,
dari
so
penasaran
I get more
dan
interested
jatuh
in
cinta
their
gitu
religion.
kan?
What is the example of the things that you are curious about? What did the Muslims do?
First thing is the regular prayer, the 5 times prayer. No matter what happened, they would fulfill the 5 times prayer. That really surprised me actually. For me, they really devote themselves to God. And then I just asked some of my friends from Pakistan. It's also another Islamic country. So they are willingly and really helpful to share me the knowledge of the Islam.
Mantap.
And also the Muslims.
Sebarkan Muslim dimanapun kalian
Previously,
berada.
I was confused about Trinity in Christianity. I can't find any answer that is satisfying to it. So from the Quran, one day my friend showed me the Surah Ikhlas, which mentioned that there is only one God, neither begets or begotten, because God should be perfect and it is totally different from humans in any attributes.
MashaAllah.
That's very simple because sometimes one piece of information from the truth is enough to convince you follow the right path.
What about the early process of becoming Muslim? Is it difficult?
For myself, it is very easy. Once you acknowledge the teachings of Islam, you just accept everything. Just submit yourself to God. That's all. And then you just focus on the most important things and what you should prioritize in your life. These things are very simple and also interesting. And it's like every day you learn different things, and the next day you apply it into your life.
So how long does it take for you
for the prayer, the first thing you have to establish is your prayer in Islam.
Yes.
After you becoming a Muslim.
Yeah.
And then what is more important? You have to recite the surah from the Quran.
Al-Fatihah. Ya, yang paling penting Al-Fatihahnya.
For the first chapter, Surah Fatihah took me 2 months to recite.
Alhamdulillah.
Keren banget,
In 2
Masya
months,
Allah.
it's very good as well.
Because before I didn't even get exposed to the Arabic language, and all the letters confused me a lot.
So, as a new Muslim, how do your fellow countrymen treat you? Do they treat you differently?
Of course, the moment they know you are a revert, immediately they look at you in a different way. First thing is that this guy must be brainwashed. This guy betrayed his ancestors.
And what
This
did
is their reactions.
and what did you
Semoga
say to them?
keimanannya tetap dikukuhkan
Sometimes
ya
I
Bang,
feel it's meaningless.
sehingga tidak
Borrow
mudah
with
tergoyahkan.
them on these kind of things. This is my personal choice, and we have to go to different stage, and each of us will experience different things in our life. Maybe today I get the truth, and tomorrow it will be your turn. It's mixed feelings because your families will not support you at the very beginning. They feel like just to leave them alone. You totally changed. You farewell to your old habits and lifestyle. And the significant aspect is that I should set a good example.
Setuju banget. Memberikan contoh yang
So,
baik.
as a foreigner living in a Muslim country, how is the experience of living in a Muslim country?
As an Asian Muslims living in Malaysia would be one of the best choice because it is very religion friendly. You can practice your religion without any hardship. Because no matter where you go, it has masjid and prayer room,
Tuh.
and also for
Tuh ya.
food.
Jadi kemanapun kamu berada di Malaysia, kamu akan mudah menemukan masjid. Catat itu yang bilang di Malaysia susah menemukan masjid, catat tuh.
Much more convenient, and you will have numerous options. Here to
Iya,
my
makanan
home
halalnya
country,
pastinya
it's
lebih
gonna be
banyak.
the opposite situation. Sometimes you stay in a city and there is only one masjid, and during each Jummah prayer you have to drive long way to get there. Besides, the halal restaurants is not that much. Sometimes you have no options. One of the amazing things, I can feel that even if I'm a foreigner in this country and I cannot speak that fluent Bahasa Melayu, and I didn't know much about the traditional Malay culture, people here, they still accept me because they take me as a member of the Ummah just because we share the same faith. No matter I go to the masjid in the downtown or the village masjid, the prayer room, they are a bit curious because once they see my face, it's not like one of them. But I didn't feel any discrimination. It is their warm greetings, and they inquire me about my story. And I feel this is in Islam. We value this kind of brotherhood, and we accept each other since we follow the teaching of the same prophet. It happens in Malaysia, and we go to other Muslim countries, regardless of what languages we speak and how our face look like. As long as we know that alright, we are from the same religion, the Islam, then we are brothers. I met friends from all over the world. Here is one of my suggestions for the reverts or the other Muslims in the non-Islamic countries. Actually, we can try our best to emigrate to Muslim countries for the sake of our faith. And since we are in the Islamic countries, our way of life and what we believe will be protected well, and we can unite as a ummah, so life will be easier. And also making hijrah is the sunnah. It is strongly recommended. Right, if you feel you are in the persecution, the Quran mentioned that we should make hijrah to the place where the Muslims are united and it is governed by Muslims. We know there might be some challenges. Just imagine you go to the other country, you have no connections, friends there, and maybe you don't understand the local languages. It is what we have to go through at the very beginning. But trust me, the rewards is very huge, either in this dunya or in the hereafter. And we do this just to protect our faith. We are doing this just for the sake of Allah. Now we are in a restaurant located
Terbaik
in
banget sih
Chinatown.
pengalaman
One of
spiritual
the
dia.
famous Chinese Muslim restaurant, especially making the handmade noodles, the beef noodles from northwestern China. This is the fried dumpling, lamb and beef barbecue. If you want to try some authentic Chinese halal food, you can visit this restaurant.
Oke, ini ya restoran
So,
halal
anything
Cina.
else?
Currently,
Restoran
I'm
Cina
very
halal,
happy
terbalik.
alive in Malaysia.
Masya.
It's make dua for me and my family that I can still have so many chances to learn religion every day. Please like this video and subscribe. We also have other Asian Muslim stories from different aspects to be produced in the future, inshallah.
Terbaik. Wah, ini sebuah pengalaman spiritual yang luar biasa banget. Jadi dia dari 2014 belajar ya. Jadi seorang pelajar di Malaysia sampai 2024 ini juga menjadi tahun terakhir dia untuk seorang pelajar ya. Salah satu universitas yang ada di Malaysia itu UPM. Ada hal paling menarik yang aku notice di video kali ini, kenapa dia akhirnya bisa masuk Islam. Salah satu alasan pentingnya adalah ada suatu pertanyaan yang timbul dalam benak dia tentang Tritunggal. Aku juga nggak tahu Tritunggal atau apa tadi. Nah, dia mengatakan di dalam agama dia sebelumnya, agama Kristen, dia tidak menemukan sebuah jawaban dari pertanyaan dia itu. Nah, tetapi ketika dia membaca Al-Quran, Al-Ikhlas, dia menemukan jawabannya. Bahwa dia menemukan jawabannya dan ya, Tuhan itu hanya satu, tidak beranak dan tidak diperanakkan. Nah, itu yang membuat dia akhirnya memilih untuk masuk dan mengenal, mencintai, mempelajari tentang Islam sampai hari ini. Tentunya juga ini peran penting Malaysia untuk dia mencari tahu tentang Islam itu seperti apa, tentang Al-Quran itu seperti apa, kebenaran Al-Quran itu seperti apa yang tidak ditemukan di kitab-kitab lain yang hanya ada dalam Al-Quran. Dan itu yang menyebabkan dia akhirnya memilih masuk Islam. Aku merinding loh dengar cerita dia, Bay. Jadi selain teman-teman Muslim Malaysia, dia juga dibantu sama teman-teman Muslim dari Pakistan yang memang sedang menimba ilmu di Malaysia. Jadi banyak banget peran orang-orang Muslim berada di Malaysia untuk membantu dia memperkenalkan Islam, memahami Al-Quran, membantu dia untuk sholat bagaimana dan sebagainya. Semoga video ini bisa menginspirasi teman-teman semua yang mungkin juga tidak menemukan jawaban-jawaban sebuah pertanyaan hidup. Coba baca Al-Quran. Di Al-Quran itu semua sudah terjawab, semua udah disusun sama Allah secara rapi. Apa yang dipermasalahin di dunia, coba cari di Al-Quran. Temukan jawabannya di sana juga. Betul. Terima kasih untuk ASEAN Muslim sudah sharing video kali ini. Semoga bermanfaat bagi teman-teman semua yang ingin hijrah juga, mana tahu. Oke, untuk video kali ini cukup sekian. Bagi teman-teman yang suka sama video ini, jangan lupa untuk like, komen, dan subscribe. Dan kita ketemu di next video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.